We can choose what we want in our lives or how we want to be received based on how we react to that situation. So let's say, for example, you do something and then someone laughs at you. Whether you react to it or not is what dictates whether that's going to be an effect in your life or not. So let's say someone laughs at you for doing something and you start to feel embarrassed and you start to withdraw and you start to feel like, oh my God, like this was horrible. It's going to take so much more space in your life emotionally and maybe even physically that you're never going to want to do that thing again, right? It's going to be so heavy in your body and it's going to be so heavy in your emotions that you're going to think, oh my God, like why did I even do that? I'm never doing that again. But let's say you do the same thing and someone laughs at you and you don't respond to it, right? Maybe internally you feel like a pinch of like, ugh, like they're laughing at me. That's not so good. But you don't react to it with so much fear or so much insecurity. You just think, okay, like that's one person out of 7 billion or whatever. That's one person and they have the right to their opinion. You don't react to it. It won't take up space in your life. It won't take up space in your emotions. You won't think about it the next 5 hours. You won't think about it the next day. You won't feel it in your body, and it so won't take up space in your life, and so it won't be present in your life. The way we react to things and the way we react to certain situations in our lives is what dictates whether it's going to hold space for us and whether it's going to keep repeating and keep showing up in our lives or not. And the less you react to something, the less importance you give to it, the less it's going to show up, because you don't feel afraid of it. You don't feel like you don't expect it. You don't feel like the universe is going to give you something that you don't want. And instead, if you expect something good, if you expect yourself to be lovable and you expect yourself to be, received in a positive way, you're going to get that reflected back to you so much more. And even if someone does react to you negatively or in a way that you don't like, it's going to be, like one person, or you don't have to take it personally. You can realize that that person is reacting that way because of a way that they feel about themselves, or it's just reflecting themselves back to you. It doesn't necessarily mean that you are now automatically unlovable or uncool or whatever it is because one person or two people or even 10 people reacted negatively to you. There's so many other people in the world, and just because they reacted negatively to you doesn't have to mean that you have to create a reality or story about your reality or give your reality the meaning that you are a certain way, that you are cringe or embarrassing, right? When we react to something, it's only because we have a meaning about it. When we react negatively to something and we think, oh, that reflects something, tells me something about me, it's because we're creating a meaning about something that happened to us. Just because someone laughed at you does not have to mean that you're embarrassing, right? Like, just because someone laughed at you could be something that happened in your reality just like that. Like, let's say a cat walking across the street or something, or like, someone waving at you. Someone laughing at you can be as simple and as mundane as these other things that happen to you, but because you have a meaning about it and because you create a story that if someone laughs at me, that means I'm unlovable, that's why it feels so heavy, and that's why it takes up so much space in your life, and that's why you expect yourself to be embarrassing. It's all the meaning you give yourself internally.